Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we have STMN versus VN Esporting. It's in Group B, the group of death, currently right now in the LCQ LAN, and these two teams are insane. So this is the winners final of Group B. We had STMN just narrowly beating Clash on the double match point, and then we had VN Esporting, who were former A&R from EU, who just took down Chasmac NA. So two of, I would say, definitely a world caliber team. Like, both of them are very, very strong. So it's going to be, of course, a really good game. Of course, everyone should know Bobby within the community, especially in the pro scene. And Rama on Twitter, he's been getting into a lot of drama. He's been talking his stuff. So this will be a very interesting game. But anyways, going into the draft then. So we have Belle, Eve, and Claire, and then Brock, Daryl, and Cole. So very aggressive combination from VN Esporting. We see the bans as well, which is pretty interesting, with Piper coming back into the meta. This will be a very close game, in my opinion. I still feel like STMN are going to take this one, so I might have to edit it out if I get it wrong. I'm only joking, but yeah, STMN should have what it takes, especially considering their LAN experience. You know, recently in ESL Masters in Japan, they swept Crazy Raccoon, so they've got the LAN experience. VN Esporting, I've not really seen them too much at LAN, but they've definitely got the potential. They've got the ceiling there, so it all comes down to this for sure. So if anything, I think the composition is probably just a little bit on Stamina's. I like Stamina's a little bit more, only because of the Colette. Colette should be able to counter Daryl and Cole like crazy, but at the same time, there's a lot of damage on the side of VN Esporting, and the STMN don't really have that, so it's more control versus complete aggro. But still, I just really love the Colette. I really like what Nob did there. He's just stood in the bush, and the reason why he did that was because he didn't want to feed Colette a free super, and he wanted to wait until he got his super. It takes him a full 30 seconds to get into the game, so I like it. So now he can respawn, really 14% down. But the thing is, he can't really get down Eve, because most of the time she can just jump away. Zar didn't actually time that correctly, but I think he probably would have died in that scenario. Anyways, a nice tap from Rama there. Doesn't have any gadgets left, but should be able to get Bobby down as well. And this is where it starts to get a little bit dangerous for Stamina, because, again, we've got Brock raining down on the safe. We've got Cole dealing a lot of damage, and you also have that Daryl if he rolls in. But that's a very good defense so far from Stamina. But then Sans gets taken down, unfortunately. Really good play from Mebius. Mebius is one of the best calls in the world. He's so insane on a call. You just can't give it him. Nob with a decent roll, but Sans is able to protect him. But now the thing is, Cole is in the pocket. I don't think he's going to survive. Actually, he somehow survives it for now. He's just going to waste a little bit of time, but it's literally exactly the same in both both sides safes. Both was at 71% at that point in time. 1 minute left on the clock here. Again, they've got to just try and run away from Sans as much as possible. He knows what they're kind of doing, so he's just going to get some chip damage and try and get in. Mebius with a mistimed gadget, and that could be very costly. Very, very costly, because that could have got a lot of pressure, but now he's going to get tapped up. We've got the quadruplets coming in as well to get more pressure. Sans with a beautifully timed super here. He's going to get a lot of pressure. Pop in the gotcha gadget as well. He's going to cycle another super. Nob's going to go in here with Mebius. If he can get Bobby down, this should be a lot of damage, but then the ricocheting shots from Bell might be able to get the Cole down. Now it's a split right here. I can't really see what's going on completely. It's quite small, but Sans is going to be able to take the rest of it down. So I think, who did he take down? I'm not quite sure who I saw in the end, but I think there might be some problems there. Actually, no, we're all good. That was a very close game in the end, but I think with the damage gear popped with a Colette, it was pretty hard. There was a base race which Stamina won quite clearly. So yeah, I haven't really got many more points about that. It was just pretty chaotic. I don't like it when it does a split cam. Like, I like being able to see completely what's going on. It looked really small. It kind of put me off. But anyways, should be getting into the second game here. I was wondering why it's taking so long. We're already 15 seconds into this game. Bobby with some very good taps, and Sans already with a super. They're going to get the 12% lead right there. And also, whenever you spectate, there's always some little bugs as well. You can see Zar with the bug skin. It always happens, I don't know why. But now with some important takedowns, Bobby with another kill onto Rama. He's playing very good on the Bell right now. Brock mid is a little bit weird. Like, Bell should be able to win that, especially if Brock misses like one shot. But it's two very good taps from Rama right there. We're going to pinch Mebius out as well. Didn't even get any percentages on Nob. Finally on the safe, which he didn't manage to do the entirety of last set. Rama with a whiffed super right there. So now Bobby and Zar should be able to capitalize onto that. And now they can start getting a lot of damage. So maybe it's just going to go in here. Feeding Colette super is not really the best. Daryl again. I don't know. Daryl just gets shut down so easily on this map. Like, I sometimes like it. but more often than not, it's just super hard to really get the value that you're kind of looking for. Sans goes down, but Bobby's always there to clean up, especially with Bell. You're able just to shred through tanks, especially with the 4th gadget gear as well, which I think he's got. There's just so many Bell traps now that's really painful to actually go against. Again, like Colette, it's just got such a free game. Carl and Daryl, you're just going to feed Colette supers after supers. Sans again with a kill on Rama, and Sans is carrying right now, and I mean carrying. Like, I know he's got the matchup and he should be carrying, but he's playing exceptionally well, and this is looking like a stamina first set win. So for me, I think that was a lot to do with the draft. It had potential, Vienna Esporting, but stamina would have had to made stupid errors. So they're going to take the first set quite convincingly. Let's hop into the next one. Jumping into set number 2, then we have out in the open knockout. We've got the bans nice and early this time around. Okay, we'll see the Bobby Piper coming out potentially here, but Artie, Meg, and Bonnie banned, and then Eve, Nanny, and Brock. So pretty standard bans, I would say. But now, okay, Mandy coming out for Vienna Esports, and this is, especially with so much on the line, can be pretty dangerous. But we'll go with a Fang as well. These are brawlers which have all been buffed recently with the last update. I like the changes to the meta, a lot of fresh brawlers. But yeah, 2 brawlers I would say on the side of Vienna Esports in that definitely require that kind of pop-off moment. It requires a lot of, I don't know what the word is for it. Confidence, that's the word I was looking for. Definitely requires some confidence because it can go very right and it can go very wrong. So Buster is actually a very strong pick pretty much everywhere, and especially against this composition can be pretty dangerous, and they go with a Jean as well. So I'm not actually too sure. Like, I know the meta decently enough, but in terms of when it comes to pro drafting, like, nothing's really screaming out to me right here. I'm trying to just go through things in my head, and I can't think of actually anything I could go against. It's a very strong draft from STMN because you've got the Jean to scout the mid bushes, you've got Buster to group up, especially with the Jean as well, to push them back, and then you just got Piper to do Piper things. She can pop off against anyone right now, so it'd be interesting to see who they go as a last pick. They go with a B. I mean, B's decent, but I don't know if that's gonna really do too much against all of this, right? Because I guess Jean can't pull a B, especially with the Honey Molasses, but then you've got Piper against B, which Piper should just be able to win pretty much all of the time. So I still think STMN have got the composition, even considering they have first pick. Normally last pick is the strongest, but to me, stamina should be able to pull this one through. But okay, now finally going into the game after a few minutes of draft. Again, I'm sorry I can't provide my absolute expertise on the draft just because just so much has changed, and of course I was away for so long. It's still taking me a little bit of a while to get back, but now we see stamina pushing together. It looks like Sam's just going to be able to get a kill here. Yeah, okay, that's just Buster doing Buster things. I mean, you surely see a Buster out in the enemy team and you think, let's not stand too close. But I guess the range with Buster is always quite deceiving. Still, you just can't give that space to Sans. And they're just going to walk through Vienna Esports and like they're nothing. Okay, I mean, stamina are just different on land. They are really different. Vienna Esports need to pull something out of the bag pretty fast here, or else they're going to get swept pretty quickly. So we see Bobby on a Jean instead. Actually, I completely forgot. Of course, he's just not really played Jean too much recently, but of course, he's one of the best Jeans in the world. We see Mandy here, kind of, I think she'll have the slow gadget, so once she wants to pop that gadget, she can then combine it with a super pretty quickly, maybe get some value. We see Zod getting some taps here. Sans going to start to go in with, when someone's weak, Sans can then go in with his super. He's going to get the gadget off, but not get the kill onto Rama, which could be disastrous. Rama somehow staying alive as well. That was very important there, because that could have easily gone Stamina's way. A little bit unfortunate on the timing. That could have been such a free kill for Sans in the end. But now in a 2v3 scenario with Jean, it is pretty hard, especially when you're down one player, to make a play with Jean. He hasn't got super as well. So the longer it goes on, more likely it is for Vienna Esporting to take this one. So Rama goes with a super here. I guess most of the time with other brawlers you don't want to use a super, but because Fang just cycles his supers so fast right now, it didn't really matter too much. So I was going to break that open, which is definitely pretty clever. But the thing is, if he doesn't build up his super pretty quick, then Fang can just get a free kill on him. So I guess they've just got to group up here. Sam's got his super again. So just waiting for that play. He's going to push up straight away. And he also still has probably, well, he has at least one more gadget left, which is going to be able to confirm a kill pretty much all of the time. Bobby's going to get a really nice pull there. Just absolutely love that. One thing I just love about good Gene players is that when they're close to super, they'll quickly push up, get one shot to super, then pull immediately. And that was something that always catches people off guard. And that's going to be able to pretty much win them the round. One Gene pull is all it really takes right now. And surely, unless Stamina just make a really, really bad play, yeah, Zar's going to get the tap onto B. And now Stamina are onto match points. So for me, I don't know. I just don't really see the plan with VN's comp. Like, B is just not cutting it. It's not really doing enough right now. Again, I don't actually know who I would have gone, like who else I would have gone. You know, I'm not the pro here. I mean, maybe you guys have some better suggestions, but it was pretty hard. I just feel like Stamina just drafted a really nice comp. It just, to me, it felt like they got the competition that they set out to get. Like, it's just perfect synergy. Piper can clean up, Gene and Buster together. It just completely makes sense. And of course, if you somehow didn't know, like, Buster gets his super when he's close to opponents. So of course, grouping up, he's going to get his super. And then a lot of times that normally just equals a kill, because he's just going to eat up so much of the opponent's ammo. So again, it's just a matter of trying to build up supers. To me, the longer it goes on as well, it's just going to favor Stamina. And again, Mebius goes down, there's Zar. It's just disastrous for VN Esporting right now. And that's going to be another kill to Rama. And now literally we're on double match point Stamina right here. No, I really like Stamina, guys. I secretly want to root for EU, but I still would root for Stamina because, of course, Bobby is one of my better friends in the community. So, of course, wanted him to do well. I kind of want to see an upset, though, but it's just not looking likely right now. They're just running all over VN Esports, and it's a complete mismatch at the moment. Stamina just playing things to perfection. I think there's a Mandy super, so they're being a little bit careful, which I guess is better than not being careful, because you don't want to feed Mandy a double super, right? It can literally equal a team wipe. Sam's going to go in here, and I love the aggression so far, but B, this is where she can start to tap. Another Gene pull. Ron was able to super out, though, and now Mebius can tap. He needs to start pushing forward. Sam's going to get slowed down as well. He's going to go down. Some really good plays so far from VN, and they're able to get this round right here. This is definitely what they needed. They needed a little bit of aggression. It seems to me like the second that Stamina go in is when they lose. Like, it happened in the last round. Like, Sans went in, didn't manage to find a kill, and then once your shield is down, you're very exposed, right? So that's where B can capitalize. So they did it again here. They need to win this round, obviously, or else they're going into the losers bracket. And you don't really want that, because you could be up against Chazmac, you could be up against Clash, two teams that literally could, like the World Finals caliber. So you don't want that scenario right there. So now Gene has pull. Sans working his way to super. All people on the Stamina have their super available. Gene, oh, he goes for the pull on B. It's not really disastrous, though. I like the attempt. I'd rather that than just sit back the entire time. Meb needs to try and get a slow off here, or else it's looking pretty bad. Zar can easily get a double tap onto Bevo. That's just why I love Piper right now. She deals so much damage. Nob needs to get some taps as well. Roma hasn't even got super, so it's looking very bad for VN Esporting right now. Meb's going to push up a little bit. He's going to get pinched out. All three members focusing him. Oh, that's not looking the greatest. And Mebius goes down as well. And that's going to be Stamina just taking the sweep very convincingly. Sans with the spins. Deservedly so, because they're going to be taking themselves to day number 2. And Stamina take it. So that's a very quick video, but I wanted to show you guys probably the best match of day number 1. I'll be doing day number 2 as well, where even more is at stake. So make sure to subscribe for that, because day number 2, there's going to be 8 teams, and then the winner of every single game, there's going to be 4 matches, will book themselves a golden ticket to the World Finals. So you don't want to miss it. Also, the games are going on now over on the Brawl Esports channel, so make sure to watch them. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.